Hey Eagle Peak and Cal Pella students, I'm here in my backyard, and behind me we have many different species of trees. Many of them are oak trees. We have valley oak, black oak, and live oak behind us. These trees are a home for a centipede wasp. So this wasp is a parasitic wasp. It uses the oak tree to create a home for its eggs and larvae. Larvae are the baby wasp. You might have seen larvae before. A caterpillar. A caterpillar is larva, and then it grows into a butterfly. The butterfly is the adult. So in this case, the adult is this really teeny wasp. It's about the size of a little seed. So very tiny. It would be just a speck on my finger. So this wasp, it lays its eggs into the tissue of a plant. In this case, the oak tree. So it can lay its egg in the leaf tissue, a stem, the trunk, the roots, the flowers, even the acorn. Now, the tissue of a plant is a lot like your skin. So imagine a little wasp lays an egg under your skin. Well, after it does that, this oak tree grows around that egg and grows around that larva and creates a home. Those growths are called galls. That's G-A-L-L-S, galls. And those galls are different for every species of wasp. I'm going to take you on a little adventure, and we're going to go explore these different galls. We're going to look for them on trees. And I want you to go explore around your property, or maybe go take a hike with an adult and go to Lake Mendocino and look at some of the trees and see if you can find galls on trees around you. Before we go looking at different trees, we have to know what tree we're looking for. This tree here is a valley oak. There's a number of different trees in here, but these ones are all valley oaks. And you could tell a valley oak by the bark. This is the bark of the valley oak, and the leaves. So the leaves of a valley oak, let's see, these ones are a little small, but they're shaped like this, okay? Species of oak. We're going to look at the bark first, because see how dark this bark is? This is a black oak. This is a very tall tree. It's pretty large. And I'm going to show you the leaf of this tree here in a second. Let me grab my stool. Luckily, we have some low branches. So, here is the leaf of the black oak. It's fairly large. It's much larger than that of the valley oak, and it has a different shape. Now I'm going to show you the two leaves together here in a second. Valley oak here it's rounded. The lobes, these are called lobes, those are more rounded, where the black oak is very pointy and sharp, and you can see it actually has kind of points on them. Also, the black oak leaf is larger than the valley oak leaf. The third variety I want you to look for is it's got a smoother bark. It's a live oak, and this oak stays green all year. It doesn't drop its leaves like the black oak and the valley oak, and the leaves are much different. The leaves on this tree are long and skinny. Let's see, get you out of the shade there. Long and skinny, and sometimes they're pokey on the edge, but this one's smooth. And this is the live oak here. So the live oak has got a long leaf, skinny. It doesn't have the little lobes in there. Now here's all three of the oak species I want you to look for when looking for oak galls. This is the live oak. As you can see, this oak leaf is much different than the other two. And this tree keeps its leaves all year round, where these two, they drop their leaves in the fall. But this oak species is evergreen, and these two are deciduous. So here's some oak galls on this oak tree here. This is a live oak, and you know, these are easy to find. These are the ones that most students have probably seen around while walking. They fall on the ground. They usually look about the size of a tennis ball. Well, there's many different species of these gall wasps. These wasps are parasitic, meaning they lay their eggs on the tree, and they use the tree to grow on, and they get nutrients from the tree. And here is another example of oak gall wasp. And I'll try to find the variety. So it lays its eggs here inside the tissue of the leaf. And this one's very different than the gall wasp that uses the branches of the tree, those big round ones. These are kind of like a cone shape. They're pointy. They're really cool. A note, a lot of times these galls are on the underside of the leaf. So this is the top, but the wasp lays the eggs on the underside because they're protected from the sun and rain and stuff like that. But these ones are really cool. They're kind of spiky, if you can see them, and I'll post a still picture. It's hard to see on video. I was looking at this leaf here, and it actually has two types of galls on it. One there, and then this little group of 4 here. Those are really neat looking. So as you can see, there's a lot of different species of these wasps. All these different galls are laid. These are laid by a different wasp than this one, like a different species. So, but they're all wasps. But those are really cool ones. Looking at the same tree, you can see I have this leaf here. I just found this, and I'll have to look this one up. It's fuzzy, kind of like, almost looks like hair on this leaf. It's got white fuzz. I feel like I hit the jackpot with this tree. I mean, these are all off of one branch of one tree. Here's yet another type of gall. These ones are really interesting shaped. They look like I don't know, a little club or something. But if you can see, these are just off of one branch of one tree. I have, you know, one variety here, another variety of gall there, these flat ones there, and then this fuzzy one here. Found this oak gall. Now this is a branch gall. This is not one that grows on a leaf, but and it's pretty, you know, it's not really huge. It's pretty small, really. But we'll keep walking and see if we can find some more. Here's a cool little one. That little red dot there. That is a gall. And I'll try to get it off the tree here to get you a closer picture. This is a gall on a live oak. And I think that's more of a stem gall. That's not one that's grown on a leaf. A valley oak tree. Now, they always have oak galls on them. And I found one that I've been looking for. And it's really cool. Let me flip this over here. And see those guys? Those are really cool. I don't know. I like them. I think they're interesting. This one just has a ton of these on this one branch. So here are a number of leaves. They all have oak galls on them. I found these yesterday. You can see they're really tiny. These are different galls. This is an apple gall. This is actually a small one. They get quite large. This is a woolly gall here. Little teeny guy here. It might be a jumping gall. Here's another bigger round one. These ones are really cool. They're coral galls. These ones are kind of pointy here. This one is a gall growing on a stem. It's red, kind of looks like a berry, but it's actually a growth on the stem. This is another woolly kind of gall here. Little pointed ones. These ones are really cool. Those are little disc galls. And then this one's neat too. These are little club galls. So all these galls look different, and it's because they were laid by a different species of wasp. And you would think that these galls were actually the egg of the wasp and grew like this, but actually what it is the plant. So these galls are actually the tissue of the actual plant. So this is a part of the leaf. It's attached to the leaf, it's growing. The leaf is making these homes, not the wasp. But they're all different. And that's the really interesting part of these galls, is they all look different, but they're all growing from the plant. So if we look at this leaf right here, this is the leaf of a valley oak. We have two different galls on this leaf. We have this one here and these little disc ones. They look completely different, but this leaf produced both of those growths.